You're not still sick because you haven't found the right medication. That's not it at all. You're still sick because you haven't gotten the message that the body is trying to send you. So the body is always speaking to you. The problem is we haven't been taught to understand the language. And so when we don't understand the message, the body continues to get louder and louder and louder. I always equate it to like the fire alarm going off. So the alarm goes off until you know that there's a fire. Once you know there's a fire, you turn off the alarm. You don't have to continue listening to it blare. And it's the same thing with the body. The body is talking to you and it gets louder until you understand what the message is. And so the body's always communicating. Once you understand the message, you don't have to continue to experience the symptoms of the illness or the disease anymore. Another reason that you could be still experiencing symptoms of illness and disease are because you now understand the message, but you're not taking any steps to like rectify it, right? So maybe you know that thyroid issues are linked to your voice, right? Not like speaking your truth and setting boundaries and telling people your needs, desires, wants, whatever that looks like, but you're still not doing it. You're still going to experience the symptoms because the body is still telling you like, hey, you got to voice this. You got to tell them what you want, right? You have to set that boundary. You need to write that book. You need to sing that song, whatever that looks like for you. The nuances, again, are different for everybody, but the central meaning remains the same for 90% of us. So ask yourself, like, I know what's happening, but what am I still choosing not to do? Maybe you know that hip issues are connected to moving forward, but you're not moving forward. You're still going to have discomfort in your hips. The key is understanding in what way am I not moving forward, right? Because it could be a million things, and you could be really convinced that it's this one thing, but it might not actually be that. So if you feel like you've been like maybe you feel like, okay, well, stepping forward or moving forward, like I've done this, I've done that, like there's still something either that you're not getting or you don't believe in your body's innate ability to heal. Because as a society, we've been conditioned to believe that we need outside treatment, right? We need drugs from pharmaceutical companies. We need intervention from doctors. But really all that the pills are doing are covering up your symptoms. They're putting a Band-Aid on it. And then you start to experience symptoms from the medication that's covering up this symptom. I mean, it's just like a crazy vicious cycle. But your body can heal itself. That they've shown that our bodies are actually one of the easiest to kind of manipulate and heal. I mean, you see it happen all the time. You get a cut, the body heals. You break a bone, the body heals. So why do you believe that the body can heal a cut, can heal a bone, but can't heal in other ways? Can't heal the heart, can't heal the liver, can't heal. I mean, the body heals, but we just have to start shifting and believing. And maybe you need to support your body while it heals. Awesome. There are so many natural supplements, herbs, like earthly medicine that does that for us. But again, they can't make money off of garlic, ginger, turmeric, oregano, whatever. Like these are things we can grow in our backyard. What did we do before the drug companies? Like we lived, God, the universe, whatever, gave us everything that we need to heal, to medicate ourselves, to live in harmony with the earth. but we've been so far removed from it because it doesn't make money. My mom always says, follow the money. But you know, it's true. Like, support your body with supplements. Absolutely. Support your body with natural remedies, homeopathic, like whatever it needs. Support your body by like loving it, by treating it well. What are you doing to your body that's like hindering it from healing? Are you like, when you have an injury, you need to take time to heal, right? You don't just keep going. When you rip your shoulder at the gym, you then have to stop doing that type of exercise, right? You can't just keep going and keep re-injuring the same area. Like, you have to give it time to heal. We have been, again, so conditioned by society to be separate from our bodies and to expect things to happen in an instant. I actually remember the first time that I saw a commercial for, I think it was a cholesterol medicine. And they had the, I say, audacity to say, are you tired of controlling cholesterol with diet, exercise, and a healthy lifestyle? It was like, wait a minute. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? How is that not a sufficient way to control something? I don't know. And high cholesterol is a whole other thing to get into in another time. But anyway, so believe in your body's innate ability to heal. You could also still be experiencing symptoms of illness and dis-ease because you're subconsciously holding on to illness. So illness can provide protection, it can provide attention, and it can provide rest. So, and I'm not saying these things in a judgmental way, like honor yourself, right? We need rest. I mean, again, we are living lives that are not in alignment with ourselves. And having that illness can kind of keep everything at arm's length. So it's not about judging yourself for that. It's about like understanding yourself for that. And again, support yourself. So, you know, maybe it's, I actually think, so I had been for most of my life experiencing eczema to varying degrees. And there was definitely a time when the eczema was so bad that I, like, looking back on it, realized that it was trying to protect me. I worked in a very, we'll say, toxic environment. And it kept me like home. It kept me from interacting. It kept me from overextending because it was so painful. So, you know, it offered me protection. And then once I kind of realized that aspect of it, I started to work on knowing that I'm safe, knowing that I'm protected, right? It's the way that we talk to ourselves has a huge impact on the way we experience life and experience ourselves. Tell yourself you're safe. Tell yourself you're supported. And feel it, right? It's not just about like saying these affirmations. It's about actually feeling what's happening in the body. Like what does it feel like to be safe? What does it feel like to be supported? And what does it feel like to have peace within yourself? And trust me, the more that you honor those things, the more you say no to the things you think you should be doing, the harder it is to say yes. Anyway, the illness and dis-ease can also offer you comfort. Whether we like it or not, our brains want like repetition, comfort, and known experiences. So you could be miserable in your comfort and not want it to change. Like maybe on an unconscious level, right? Like your brain doesn't want it to change because it's familiar. We crave familiarity. So even like there's been studies done that when people make the New Year's resolution, like to go to the gym, January is full, right? The gyms are full. People are working out, they're exercising, they're feeling good. And they're like, yeah, I got this. I'm going to do it. And what happens? In February, it drops. And you would say to yourself, if you feel good, why would you stop? It's unfamiliar. Actually, something that's coming to mind. So my grandmother had a long battle of mental illness for most of her life. And I remember there was a time that they put her on, like, I think it was Prozac. I'm not sure what it was. She felt good on it, and you could see a difference in her demeanor. She stopped taking it. She had gone her entire life, whatever, 70 years of dealing with this mental illness. And then for her to start to feel good, it was like too much. So it just goes to show our brain craves familiarity. Am I saying that right? Familiarity. So just like honor it. You know, I always say get comfortable with being uncomfortable because it's the only way that, well, maybe not the only way, but it's one of the easiest ways to expand and grow and progress. I even had a breathwork instructor who is fantastic, Matt of Half Acre Holistics. He would say, like, oh, I'm gonna mess it up. Something about the best things are on the other side of your comfort zone. But it's just so true. Like, comfort keeps you small. Comfort keeps you, doing the same thing over and over every day. So again, start to think about, like, what are these things trying to tell you? What are these symptoms that you're experiencing in your body? What are they pushing you to face or get past or grow through? Right? Nothing is meant to hold you back. If I have learned nothing being a qhht practitioner, it is that we are not meant to be held back by our experiences. So these illnesses that you're experiencing, they are not meant to hold you back. They are not meant to keep you down. They are here to help you see, to help you grow, to help you learn, and to help you go within and understand that you have everything that you need.